In the early decades of digital marketing, evaluating the true impact of creative assets was a blend of intuition and anecdotal wisdom. A compelling image or video was considered effective if it felt memorable or stirred the imagination of a small focus group. However, as we cross into the year 2026, a paradigm shift emerges, one in which artistic expression is laid bare to empirical scrutiny and creative strategy evolves into an exact science. The seeds of this transformation are sown through the adoption of computer vision. Modern CV algorithms possess an almost omniscient awareness, dissecting each video frame and image pixel into a catalog of identifiable elements. The contour of a cheekbone in a human face, a product's logo nestled in the corner, the sun-bleached blur of an outdoor background. Even the frequency at which scenes cut and transition. Human discretion once dictated what mattered, but now, every variable is precisely logged and statistically weighted. Consider the newfound certainty. If a campaign succeeds, it is no longer a vague proclamation. It is because, for instance, a close-up of a smiling woman framed by a vivid cityscape consistently signals resonance with the intended audience. Yet, to truly understand impact, one must move beyond what is present to how it is received. Enter sentiment analysis, an emerging vanguard powered by natural language processing. Rather than rest content with surface metrics like engagement or shares, sentiment analysis investigates the emotional aftershocks left by creative work. Across platforms, machine learning models parse thousands of comments, considering not just words but emoji tone and the subtleties of sarcasm. The emotional ledger is tallied. A deluge of hearts and laughter suggests triumph. A cacophony of skepticism or frustration signals inefficiency regardless of view count. In this era, creative success is redefined not by sheer exposure, but by the alignment of broad reach with positive emotional resonance. When computer vision and sentiment converge, a new dimension of strategy unlocks. Machine learning executes regression analyses, seeking the threads woven through top-performing advertisements. Visual features, perhaps high-contrast typography for attention-hungry Gen Zs, or serene, minimalist whitespace cherished by B2B professionals, are correlated with actual conversions, not just engagement. Insights once limited to post hoc rationalizations become actionable and predictive, forming the foundation of targeted asset production. Color psychology, too, has evolved into a precise discipline, untethered from the broad generalizations of the past. Automated color tagging decodes dominant palettes and hex codes from every creative piece. These color data are cross-referenced with demographic and temporal patterns, enabling campaigns where a vibrant orange is algorithmically scheduled in the morning rush, while a deep blue soothes evening browsers. The resonance of hue with human mood, once mystical, is now algorithmically embedded and dynamically served. Perhaps most transformative is the anticipation of creative fatigue. Predictive visual analytics quantifies the novelty of assets, not just within your brand's library, but across the advertising ecosystem. Patterns of visual sameness and market saturation are detected long before performance wanes. The implication is revolutionary. Creative assets are rotated preemptively, ensuring continued novelty and staving off audience boredom before the first sign of attrition appears in return on ad spend. In the narrative of advertising, 2026 is not a year of replacing creativity with cold numbers, but one in which creativity finds new latitude, liberated from hunches and armed with data. Here, artistry and algorithm work in concert, delivering work that is not only visually and emotionally precise, but also unerringly efficient. For strategists, artists, and analysts alike, the journey marks a new chapter. from the age of subjectivity to the era where the imagination is measured, understood, and scaled with mathematical confidence.